Your Kansas City Chiefs have an elite defense, and that defense allowed them to shut down the Cincinnati Bengals after their 17-point outburst and lock the Chiefs into the 3 seed in the AFC with a victory over those same Cincinnati Bengals on Sunday. Today on the RGR Football Channel, we're going to get into the X's and O's and how they were able to completely stifle the Cincinnati Bengals in the second half, and why Sneed is not just an all-pro cornerback, he is an all-pro defender with everything that he does. So again, welcome in to the RGR Football Channel. My name is Daniel Harms, Senior Film Analyst. Let's jump into the tape. Right now, against the Chiefs defense, teams want to come out, run the ball, and get downhill, make the Chiefs have to be less creative on the back end. And one of the things that we know about Sneed is that he's a physical guy. He's never going to shy away from contact, and he's always going to bring it in the run game. And I love, again, the recognition here, the quick identifying skills. They're just going to bring a little bit of mesh point, and then Joe Mixon's going to bounce this to the outside. But what Sneed does forces Mixon to have to wait, to have to cut back to the inside, and allows the Chiefs defenders to then flow to the traffic of the running back. When you have a guy who does not miss many tackles out there, can tackle running backs one-on-one, and be that quick to get downhill and force their running back to have to come back to the inside, you create negative plays for the offense. It was a 2-yard gain on that play specifically, and that's huge for a defense that wants to get you into predictable throwing situations. Now here the Bengals come out this time with 2 tight ends on the field, one off the line of scrimmage as, you know, that quote-unquote sniffer tight end, then one on the line of scrimmage here. They're going to run counter, and they're going to take both offensive guards. They're going to pull them out here and try to get players into space. My apologies, this guard's actually going to come up here a little bit to the inside. And they're going to try to get their running back just into space. They want this to come down here eventually. You're going to have those little counter steps and then go to the inside, or excuse me, the outside. But watch Sneed, who again is detached from, or attached almost to this defensive line down here, is an extra drive defender. And he comes downhill immediately. He quick triggers downhill like maybe he was blitzing anyway, but he takes the physicality to that pulling offensive lineman and forces that window that he's trying to get into to become smaller. Again, they're trying to pull out here. So you take it to him and you wall up this little area right here. You've got 2 players downhill inside here. And again, you're trying to get the running back for the Bengals into space. So he wants to get kind of through here and into space. When you come downhill, when you take the physicality like Sneed is to that puller and you don't get moved, you allow everything else to kind of fall apart. And then you have Leo Chanel come down. You've got Mike Edwards and Nick Bolton coming through. They can facilitate the speed from sideline to sideline. When you create those little margins in the run game like Sneed just did in this play, it shows you not only his ability to want to be one of the best defenders in the NFL, but that type of will and want to in the run game seeps into his ability in the passing game and how he's able to shut down opposing offenses and what he's done all season long. He's up here at the top of your screen in that off coverage, but they're going to do a nice job here of passing off and identifying, keying on Jamar Chase. It's a 2nd and long situation for the Bengals, and what they want to do is they want to get Jamar Chase open in space, and they're going to motion him, identifying zone coverage. Chiefs are in cover 2. You're going to have Nick Bolton come out here and being that cover 2 player, but the Bengals are trying, like I said, they're trying to get Jamar Chase easy access to one-on-one. So they're going to come out here, run a deep corner route, and they're going to do the same thing on the inside receiver here, the apex receiver. But he's going to break to the outside. So they were trying to pull the defense away, bring those zone cover players out, and then allow Jamar Chase to kind of release up the middle here and break to the outside. And what, again, they want to do is bring all that defensive leverage and defensive gravity out here a little bit. They want to clear that space out and then maybe get Jamar Chase with the ball in his hands into space to allow him to create after the catch. And you see a really great job from our slot corner in this play, Trent McDuffie, to get hands on that interior, or that apex receiver at the stop right here, force him to have to throw off that timing just a little bit, allows Nick Bolton to then, level him up, see what he's doing, size him up, and then you see the really great job here from Trent McDuffie and L'Jarius Sneed, who's in zone coverage, to keep his eyes on the quarterback. So he's in a good position here to break on whatever throw this is. If it's going to be over here to the tight end, he can break on that throw. If it's going to be underneath, he can break on it. And again, from Trent McDuffie, is he can do the exact same thing. So really nice disciplined eyes and ability to trigger and quickly identify where they want to go with the football from the Cincinnati Bengals, who are trying to get Ja'Marr Chase the ball in this situation. I know he's not at 100%. I know L'Jarius Sneed's not at 100%, but the ability to play within the system, know your role, and just be so quick to come down and make things happen is a fantastic thing. The Chiefs made the Cincinnati Bengals offense predictable. Those messing around in the first quarter a little bit, bringing in different linebackers, switching things out, and then giving the Bengals maybe too many points. Also had a short field that they scored on. But at the end of the day, they were able to start to crack down on the run game, and that made them predictable into passing situations like this. So the Chiefs come out in a too-high shell that ends up adapting into almost a cover 4 look. So you've got L'Jarius Sneed out here on the right-hand side. I believe Jalen Watson's up at top, Mike Edwards, and Justin Reed here. And the reason I think it's more cover 4 is because of the way the linebacker comes downhill here. And instead of it being the corner on the outside, L'Jarius Sneed, who ends up coming down and being a little bit more out here to the flat a little bit, he carries that wide receiver up the field a little bit. So that's what it looks like to me. But then they get some pressure and they get to Jake Browning, but there's nowhere to throw the football here. They're going to motion Tyler Boyd out, and they're going to get a little bit of a little release here. So you have, again, the Bengals come out here, and they're trying to get a lot of different players into space, but they want to get the ball out quickly as well. So you have Boyd going to the flat here from the motion. This receiver here, the tight end's going to come out and just run a curl out to the right-hand side, and they do the same thing on the left-hand side of the offense. So T. Higgins is going to come out here and try to get a curl here. And Ja'Marr Chase, a little bit of a deeper one, but behind, and they're just trying to sit in the zone. They want to sit in the zone and be able to get the ball, finally move it downfield a little bit. And then, like I said, you're going to see the Chiefs come out here, play really nice defense, adapting to everything. Like seeing the field. You got Trent McDuffie out here. You've got a player right there on that throw. You've got another one here. Nick Bolton, L'Jarius Sneed. Like, there's nowhere to go with the football. And then after all of that, you've still got the 2 high safeties coming in that can trigger downhill as well over the middle of the field. So Jake Browning, he's like, where am I going to go with this football? I can't really go anywhere with it. So this is just showing you that once they got more comfortable, once they got into the flow of the game and forced the Bengals to become predictable, they could do whatever they want to. And then they start really getting after you. They blitz Nick Bolton here on this play. I mean, he's really more of a spy a little bit than blitz. He's coming down to the offensive line and just to be kind of another force defender and create some mismatches, create some one-on-ones. So at the end of the day, he does kind of become more of a spy here. But the Bengals is just trying to create deep plays. We know, especially with Jake Browning at quarterback, he doesn't have the same processing brain that Joe Burrow does, but they still like their wide receivers in any situation, and I don't blame them at all. They want to get these guys up the field. So both of your apex receivers in the stacks here are just going to take these down the field. They want to get downfield. Maybe they get a one-on-one opportunity. They can throw the ball down to them. But on the opposite end of these, they have in-breakers or outbreakers. Both of them going to go most like a dagger concept on both sides. You're going to get released from Hudson here. He's going to go to the outside as well. So you have these deep routes, and then underneath it, you're going to run these in-breakers from T. Higgins and the in-breaker or the outbreaker here from Tanner Hudson. So watching what the Chiefs do here with the blitz on, they rotate Justin Reed from inside the box to a deep safety. They bring Mike Edwards down onto the tight end, and there's nowhere to go. Like, they bring in a tight end to pass protect, and there's nowhere to go with the football. Everywhere, man. It's all covered. Like, just I love what I'm seeing from this defense, and McDuffie right here doing a nice job of just saying, whoever comes across my face is who I'm taking. And I love it. Like, he's just, I'm going man coverage with you. Going man coverage with you. I'm going to be all the different ways that this defense is versatile and creates different situations. But I love that they just kind of let some of their players, like, you know, Mike Edwards or even Trent McDuffie, just come downhill. If you got someone see across your face, just go ahead and take them in man coverage. And then again, the pressure, the pressure, guys, like they were just starting to really dial up the pressure against Jake Browning, where he's having to move all over the place. And that's why you see Nick Bolton down there. That's why he's at the line of scrimmage. He's not necessarily blitzing. He's becoming more of that force impactor, somebody that can come inside and just be able to trigger downhill and make sure Jake Browning can't get away, as he did early in the football game. Really nice job from this defense overall. We got some different looks from them as well, where you've got these three players out here completely away from the entirety of the rest of the defense. It's very interesting what they were doing and trying to be a little different, trying to hide some things. But this defense has so many different ways that they can attack you. But watch, again, L'Jarius Sneed, because not only is he a fantastic zone guy, can trigger, can click and close, he can do all the things in the run game. He's got an incredible reactive athleticism. He's running the route with Ja'Marr Chase. That's the most beautiful thing that I can say about this entire play, is that it's a nice route from Ja'Marr Chase too. He's just running to release to the inside a little bit and stem it upfield, and then kind of speed out, break down quickly, break to the outside. And I mean, when we see Trent McDuffie, L'Jarius Sneed coming out and doing the same kind of stuff with him, like it's a beautiful thing. So release to the inside, come out, break to the outside. It's a 3-man route, so they're going to keep all the players in here. I keep switching between blue and yellow. I'm trying, for some reason, my head is, I'm used to using the blue on the defense and trying to keep it, because I've been doing a lot of the Chiefs offense lately. So we're going to try and keep it this way, with blue on the opposing team. And then you have the slot receiver here, going to release to the inside and then break open over the middle as well. And then you have a little bit of a release inside, outside. So a vertical concept with three routes and pass protection from both of the players in the backfield. And again, watch L'Jarius Sneed's short area quickness. Look at how he gets with Ja'Marr. He stays in that hip pocket. When he sees the breakdown, all right, he slows. He flips his hips around, and then he breaks on it and bats that football down. That's just beautiful, beautiful footwork, beautiful technique, and ability to stop and change direction with Ja'Marr Chase. Not many people can do that at that high level. The confidence level is so high, and the ability, the trust in his own abilities from L'Jarius Sneed right now is probably better than any cornerback in the NFL. He is an all-pro corner. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, in my opinion. And when you're able to force quick throwaways from a quarterback, essentially, like, it makes the corner's job so much easier. They don't have to do a ton here. And I mean, the Bengals are trying to get a high-level concept on the right-hand side with a one-on-one down below here. Josh Williams doing a good job against the tight end. He's just going to kind of release upfield here. But on the right-hand side, you get a little bit of a high-low concept, which I would have thought they'd attack here. Come underneath with these in-breakers, and then you have Ja'Marr Chase running an outbreaker. And I thought Jake Browning would go to that side personally, but I think he liked the tight end matched up against Josh Williams, who has struggled in coverage this season. But at the end of the day, why this defense has been so successful is because they are forcing teams to play the way that they want to. Anytime they come out here and throw the football, look, just everybody's in the backfield. And I think it's a fantastic job from Josh Williams to not, get sucked into what the player wants to do, be a little physical, and throw off the timing. He's just got hands on him. He's just kind of widening with him. There's nothing to it. Like, it's just good defense. And again, Chris Jones up front. Tershawn Wharton's coming on a little bit. You've got Mike Dana down here and George Karlaftis all doing their jobs. And then underneath, right here, Trent McDuffie going to pass off. Going to pass off a player and take the one underneath. And L'Jarius Sneed's going to go back with them. Like, all of this stuff here. It's just beautiful defense. It's beautiful defense. It's a symphony of everything that Steve Spagnuolo has wanted to do in Kansas City. And then we get to the play that everyone's really excited about. The pass off, right? We've seen, going back to last year, the Bengals were doing this against the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game. They're doing it against the Chiefs in the regular season. And then we see now, with the way that the confidence level is playing for Kansas City, there's nothing that they can't do on defense. So this is a play action pass. They're trying to get Ja'Marr Chase deep down the field here. Just on a deep over. They want to get him down the field here. But the key here is that they're going to kind of make this look like it's outside zone. You're going to get the outside zone fake here. All the offensive linemen go that way as well. And then Jake Browning comes back to the opposite side. I did it again. It doesn't really matter at this point. Jake Browning comes back to the opposite side. And they're trying to hit him over that way. You've got Trenton Irwin here, who's going to release to the inside, looks to the inside, and then comes breaking back around, taking himself out of the play because Jake Browning cannot deliver the football to that side of the field from the right-hand side. He doesn't have the arm strength. So that receiver is eliminated. Then you've got Tyler Boyd down here against L'Jarius Sneed one-on-one, and he's just trying to kind of make something happen with a couple moves here, trying to get free release down the field, trying to do something with that. But again, we see the defense come out here. Looks single high, shifts to two high at the snap here. And Browning, again, he's looking to the left side first. He's looking here first. He's probably trying to hit Irwin. But this is where we see the Chiefs come out and say, all right, you come across my face here. You start to come into my zone. All right, I'm coming down here, and I'm going to attack on it. And that's where we see this happening here, right? The Ja'Marr Chase comes over, and he's going to clear here. So the understanding from Trent McDuffie that the safety is coming downhill because this inside receiver is breaking into his space. So I now have to replace the deep safety. That level of understanding from the defense is why they're so successful. It's why you can put L'Jarius Sneed on an island with any receiver you want to, because Trent McDuffie, because the safeties all understand the system. They all understand each other's responsibilities and what they have to do. Like Chamar Connor down here is in the box, like as a slot player right here. He's in the slot, and then he's just going to come down and just be in here in this window to throw the football. Like, you can't throw it. There's nowhere to throw the football for him on any of these plays. Nowhere. Like I said, he cannot throw. He can't get the football here. He can't do it. It's not possible for his arm strength to do that because you've got Justin Reed now going to undercut that throw and intercept it. It also looks like they tried to get something out here on this side here, but at the end of the day, man, this defense is playing at such a high level, a competitively high level, and the reason, again, because you can put L'Jarius Sneed on anybody in the NFL and just play defense behind it. High level stuff from the Kansas City Chiefs defense, and I can't believe that we're watching this season with the aspirations that I didn't even expect them to get as a top 5 defense. They're playing like that and more. You can run on them a little bit, but at the end of the day, Steve Spagnuolo is waiting for you to get in that second and long and third and long situations where he knows that you're going to throw the football. And it doesn't matter because this defense is so good at identifying coverages, understanding their own coverages and the offensive game plan behind what they're doing, that they can just put L'Jarius Sneed on anybody and he'll shut them down, and they play great defense to complement what he does. It's a fantastic symphony, like I said earlier, of what Steve Spagnuolo wants to do with the front, getting after the quarterback and then playing great defense behind it. So I hope I was able to earn a like from you guys today. And if you are new to the channel, you're seeing us for the first time, hit that sub button, become a part of Rogue Nation. You guys are the best fans in Chiefs Kingdom, and we appreciate everything, the support, the becoming a member, all that stuff. Ryan and I will be back on Friday to do the game plan for the final NFL regular season game for the Kansas City Chiefs and talk about what they need to do to get ready for the postseason the week after. You guys have yourselves a fantastic day. We'll see you.